A dagger to the heart of Michigan Wolverines fans last night. The number 4 maize and blue dropping to Penn State in shocking fashion to 84-78. The Nittany Lions' first Big Ten win of the season. Joining me now to discuss is our hoops expert, Jerry Palm of CBSSports.com. Jerry, let's get right to it. What's wrong with the Wolverines, and can it be fixed?
Well, that's a good question. I think what's wrong with them a little bit is that they've hit a wall. It's still a very young team. They depend a lot on freshmen, and it's not unusual for freshmen to get to this time of year and start to drag down a little bit. They might be suffering under the weight of what had been a very difficult schedule. You remember they went through a stretch of 4 games where they were at Indiana, home Ohio State, at Wisconsin, at Michigan State. Looked really bad in the 4th of those games. They lost all of the road games. And then you thought, well, now this stretch of schedule sets them up maybe to recover a little bit. They struggled with Penn State at home the first time, if you remember. But then they had a week off. They looked good at home against Illinois, and everything looked right with the world. And all of a sudden, they really blew it last night. They actually got off to a good start in the second half. Looked like they were going to pull away. But, you know, Penn State's been fighting hard, and they've been getting better. You can tell over the course of the season. It hasn't shown up in the win column, but you could tell that they were getting feistier, and they finally got one last night, and it really hurts Michigan.
All right, so, Jerry, with that being said, where do you now seed Michigan, and who are your new number 1 seeds?
Well, the new number 1s are still Indiana, Duke, Gonzaga, and Michigan State replaces Michigan on the top line for the moment. Michigan, I think, is going to fall all the way to a 3, and then they've got to stop the bleeding because it's not going to get any easier for them. They've got the Spartans at home this Sunday. They've got Indiana at home next weekend. In between that, a road game at Purdue, who is certainly good enough to beat you on their home floor, and Michigan has played poorly on the road in this stretch of games. So, you know, they've actually got to win that one. That's almost as important as the other 2.
For more college basketball information from now through the Final Four, keep it locked here on CampusInsiders.com.